What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. If you guys didn't know, this time period that we're in right now, like this 2 to 3 weeks, is the period when most D1 basketball players are starting to go on campus, getting their first experiences, getting their first workouts in, which is why I'm coming with this video, as you can see by the title, talking about the D1, scheduling, day in the life type of thing, just giving a greater insight into it, because on the channel, I've made a D1 practice breakdown, right? I made a D1 preseason breakdown, but I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, I'm telling you guys, but who knows? Like, I could be on here, talking, exaggerating for YouTube. It could not even be like that. Or you watch the NCAA day in the life, and I've already told you, like, that's not accurate. So what can I do to make it crystal clear that, like, I'm being truthful? Like, this is really how it goes. Thinking to myself. And I've told you guys before, like, regardless of college level, D1, D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO, NCCAA, like, it doesn't matter. GroupMe is usually the app that most programs use in terms of creating that team group chat when they want to send out schedules for the day or where you need to be, right? We even use it here at the prep, of course, because we want to keep it as college-like as possible. So I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, if I was actually able to get back into my old GroupMe, look at those messages and show you guys, like, it could really help a lot of players out. I was actually able to find them, able to get back in, so I can show you guys some of the messages. Not gonna lie, some of these messages hurt my heart when I saw them when they came through my phone, so let's just jump right into it. For this vid, when I say preseason, I'm gonna include the summer session as well as the session leading up into the actual, when games start, right? But I made the preseason breakdown before on the channel, and I was telling you guys about the scheduling, about how many times you work out a week, how it's a mixture between the individual workouts and the group workouts, the team practices, as well as pickup, things like that. But of course, I actually did get DMs like, oh, like, is it actually like that? Like that intensive leading up to the actual season? I tell the story, I show up, they tell me my first workout in college is for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, that's light. Nothing. Never sweated that much in my life. Was laying on the ground. I'm talking about I wrung out my shirt. And it looked like a pool. Like, it was crazy. Laying out on the ground, could barely move. I just wanted to show, the people in my DMs that may not have believed me, you get messages like these, right? And it's the summer, right? This is the summer, or it's preseason, and you get messages like these, and you see that you're going 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7, right? It'll say for 2:15 to 3:15. Notice how the ones that don't have an end time, that's pretty open-ended. But even the 2:15 to 3:15, I'm going to be honest with you, it's usually not that. It's usually going to go longer. Here's what they'll do, right? Here's what they'll do. It'll be 2:15 to 3:15. At 3:15, they'll be like, all right, we're done. But now you guys got pickup, right? So the coaches will go upstairs, go hide behind the door because they can't be in there, while you play pickup for the next 2 hours and it's watching. So it's basically still supervised basketball, but technically it's not. Like, this is what people got to understand. Like, this is preseason. You going 6 out of 7 days. They're giving you 1 day off. They're giving you 1 day off, right? And I'm not even talking about when you get the messages. This is just for the, the team workouts, individual workouts. Let's say somebody gets in trouble, misses a class, does something crazy in practice, or maybe coach just got something to do in the afternoon. You get a message like this, right? You get a message like this saying treatment is at 5:30 in the morning. Treatment is at 5:30. If treatment is at 5:30 in the morning, that means a player like me who's injury prone, who has to get heat, stem, whatever on my body so I can even practice, perform. And my apartment is what? At the time, my apartment was maybe about 10 minutes away. So what? I got to get up. That means I'm waking up at 4:30 to make sure I get food in me so I don't pass out during practice, so I can be there right at 5:30 so I'm not late at all. Because if you're late for treatment and you have a certain time, or the coaches expect you to be at treatment and you don't show up, you see how I pause right there. Is real PTSD. Like, that's one of the worst things you can ever do. But like workouts like these early in the morning, again, it could be somebody got in trouble, or it could just be coach got something to do later on. You got these early practices. You're going to have to adjust to that, because it could come the night before. Like, you're going to have to adjust to that. And I'm still not including the weights that are still going on during this, like intensive weights, real weight. Shout out Travis. He used to have us out there. We used to call it the hot box because there was no air conditioning out there by the soccer field. I'm talking about, we was really out there getting it in, right? But as we start to move into the season, of course, I also got to talk about a little bit of the off the court aspect of it, because there are, other responsibilities across campus that you also have to be at. So you get messages like these, or messages like these right here telling you, yeah, we need you here to film this video. We need you to ride around on the golf carts, ride around campus, give out flyers, give out pizza to get people to come to the games. Oh yeah, we need you at, like you see in the message, at this event here. And like, yeah, it's fun, like it's nice, but keep in mind, this is still after. It might have been a day that I had to be at the gym at 5:30 in the morning, and then I had weights after that. And then remember, we still have class, so I got to do all that, right? Like it's fun, it's amazing, like it's an amazing experience, but it is tiring sometimes. So you got to be ready for it. Once you get in season is really when your schedule starts to get kind of crazy, because you're still balancing the same things, practice, weights, you still got class, you still got, like I said, your off-court responsibilities you still got to do. If you want to be good, you still watching film, you still getting in the gym in your free time. And some people still want to have a social life. So imagine trying to fit all that in, to 24 hours in a day. You got to figure that out, which is why time management in college is crucial. During the season, off days, like actual, real, legitimate off days during the season, I wouldn't bet on it too much. There will be times where you will get some off days. Maybe you get a Saturday here. Maybe you had a game on Saturday, so you got Sunday off. Usually it's the day after games you usually get off. But like I said, there will be times and there will be weeks, multiple weeks, where your schedule ends up looking like this, right? Practice every single day leading up to the game, and your off day is the day after the game, right? Your travel day is your off day, and this is how they'll do it. Us players, we really don't like it when it's like this, because when you have your off day is your travel day, especially if, your coaches didn't want to wake up early, or, they wanted to get a later flight in the afternoon. Maybe you don't get home till 2 or 3. I've gotten home at maybe 5 o'clock before, like 5 o'clock, got back on campus at 5 p.m., and we still got practice that next Monday. Like that Monday, we still got practice. And we actually tried to complain to our coach. We're like, Coach, like we just got back. This man said, y'all got like 18 hours. Y'all got 18 hours. He legitimately like calculated the hours between when the game was over and the time, like when we would have practice that next day. Get ready. This is why I'm making this video. I don't think anyone's showing you this real. Like this is real stuff. Like this is what you got to be ready for. It's not all the hype, all the flash, or you got days like this. You got back-to-back games where, let's just say you finishing a game and you going right on a flight to go to another place. There are times where you'll have road trips for a whole week. A whole week, you're not at campus for an entire week, so you miss all those classes. But you still have to do your work. You still got to be communicating. There'll be study hall in the hotel for the most part. But you still have to do your work. Like you still have to balance all of this out. As the season starts to end, I just wanted to show you guys that I wasn't lying either about the taping thing. Here's a little screenshot of that. Like once you get later on in the season, the players that get the most minutes, the players that play more will be the ones that, they might not have to get taped in that practice. They'll just walk through while everybody else has to practice. Wasn't lying about that. It's something that, especially early on when you're a freshman, you're going to have to, for most freshmen, you're not going to play a lot coming right in. So you might have to be in that group that gets taped at the end of the season and has to practice. But you got to have the mindset that at some point, I'll be in the other group. I'll be the one getting the minutes. As the season ends, the schedule will kind of revert back to the ones that I showed you in the beginning. Mixture of individual workouts as well as group ones from time to time while you're still doing weights, and the weights are going to get ramped all the way back up because again, you're either trying to gain weight for the next year or lose weight for the next year, so you're really trying to focus on that. Wanted to give you guys like a real look at what it actually is. Like I said, I can tell you guys about it, but it's better when you can see it. Like this is real. This is no editing. This is stuff that came through to my phone. I remember sometimes when I'm sitting there, phone in my hand, and it say practice 6 out of 7 days, and everybody around me, because we might be eating at the calf or something, and everybody kind of looking at each other like I've been there. So this is real. It's just something, if you really want it, you got to get ready for it, get mentally prepared. This is why I'm saying you got to stay in the gym. You got to be in the weight room early. Like I don't want to hear it's going to mess up my shot. You need to be in the weight room if you really want to get to college, not just D1. Because this is just D1 because that's what I played. But if you look at other GroupMe chats across America, again, regardless of level, only 3% of high school basketball players end up playing in college. 3%, regardless of level. If you look at collegiate basketball GroupMe chats, The messages are going to look like that. The scheduling is going to look like that regardless of level. So it's just something you got to be ready for if you really want it. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, for the one-on-one evaluations, the breakdowns that go on the channel like these. Hit my website in the description. Like I always say, I'll see you guys next time with the next video.